and Morgus continued to study to learn more about demons, teleportation, and the castle, while Dee Dee, Scylla, and Godfrey continued their journey up the coast, looking for tunnels as Livy had instructed. Having found more missing photos, posters of Ziba along the pier, Godfrey and Scylla had a confrontation with Dee Dee. Before they talked about food and learned of a rat problem and a bounty available to clear rats for the dockmaster George. Livy and Morgus learned that Morgus is able to read and understand Infernal, although he had no memory of this. And upon learning more about demons and the teleportation circle, they begin to head through town through the Honorina Gardens at the base of the castle. That is where we find the party.
I will
give me a what?
Very benign
a performance
stroll as well.
It's a garden. People stroll through the garden. 9. I'm rolling great.
Yeah. You look awkward as you try to look nonchalant. Your eyes kind of darting all over and your head jerking quickly one way or another as you try to spot all the guards, but like people aren't really paying attention. There are couples here and even families with children walking about. You see an elderly halfling couple sitting on one of the benches throwing seed corn out to some birds next to the large fountain in the center that is a statue tribute to Mysteria. It's very hulking and large and made of marble. And as you meander around that, knowing where you're going, Livy, you find your way to the stairs that lead up to the castle. You've seen 1 or 2 city guard in their pink uniforms, but you know, they don't seem to be on alert or really even paying that much attention, which is pretty normal for the peaceful city of Florencia.
Livy looks around to see if there's like another less obvious way to the castle from here. Or maybe
just through
if
the
there's
alleys and streets, like if you wanted to leave the garden and head back through the streets.
Like from the garden, or maybe if there's like a blind spot that the guards wouldn't necessarily see.
Give me a... Well, no. So really, there's only 2 ways through the interior walls that guard the castle. One is up the stairwell from the gardens, and the other is the main entrance to the castle in the front. That is the main street that leads down to the temple.
Okay.
So unless y'all are trying to climb a wall.
How climbable is that wall?
I mean, for you, it's easy, but for Morgus, it's pretty difficult. Yeah. So as you decide how to enter sneakily, we'll go back to the other party. Godfrey and Scylla, you are very familiar with the city at this point. Would you be going that way, or would you be going up through the main entrance, through the streets?
I think we'd probably take the back roads. Take the dodgems.
Okay, but the inevitable entrance is the gardens or the main gate. Those are the only 2 entrances in the fence, unless you also want to climb over.
Gardens.
Okay. So you mill about the streets, taking back alleys. Ziba, you come face to face as you enter some of the alleys close to the ocean with the quote-unquote rat problem. You see a lot of them, and they're big.
You said we wouldn't have time to question the rats. They're right here.
And you have
Question the rats.
the means to question them.
I'm gonna try and grab a rat.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Oh, goodness. Oh, not bad. 24.
Okay, you grab a rat, and with an 18 on the die, it tries to scurry up and bite you as soon as you grab onto its tail.
Hey, I'm in charge of this interrogation. How do you get to the castle? Where are you going?
It's here. And it keeps trying to bite you.
I'm gonna pick up by his tail and kind of swing him near Godfrey's face and be like, Godfrey, make him talk.
Scylla's just gonna stand there crossing her arms, watching.
Scylla, can you talk to animals?
What do you think I do? Ask them to leave? Sorry. Sorry. No, I can't talk to animals, Godfrey.
Okay. That's all you had to say.
It's much worse than that.
This rat is gonna lead me where I want to go. Can I attempt to tie some rope onto the tail of this rat?
Why?
Chaos!
I'm gonna use it like a leash and see where the rat goes.
Okay, give me an animal
Mystic,
handling check.
you were asking us if we wanted familiars. I guess this is our familiar.
That's true.
I'm just thinking maybe the rat knows a better way into the castle. That's a 9.
The rat straight up bites you.
Ow!
And you take 1 piercing damage.
Hey! That is not how this works! I'm in charge here! And she's like, kind of like swinging out her hand, trying to get the sting out of the bite. And the cat, I'm assuming the rat runs away, but...
Yeah.
Well, now are we gonna find our way into the castle?
So Ziba, assume that we could have talked to that rat. Do you think that rat would have helped us after you picked it up and swung it about and tried to tie it?
Oh, none of them will now. Have you ever heard how fucking rats talk?
No, I haven't. I can't talk to them.
I'm not saying I can understand them, but word sure gets around.
Well, you know, if I had managed to tie him up, then he wouldn't have much of a choice, would he?
Let's keep going.
How would you interrogate a rat? How would you have done it?
I wouldn't have.
Full moon D&D.
That's the answer, Ziba. I wasn't going to interrogate a rat.
I think you thought about it, or you wouldn't have asked Scylla if she couldn't speak to rats. You thought about it.
Oh gosh. Okay. You meander through the alleys. You see, standard alley shit. There's crates and dogs and cats and bugs and puking drunk people and all the fodder that happens in the alleys of the cities. And eventually you get to, you pop out and you see Livy and Morgus standing at the bottom of the stairs that lead up to the castle, and they look like they're thinking really hard about something.
Can I sneak up behind Livy?
Give me a stealth check.
I'm gonna roll I found my real dice. I'll roll this now.
I feel like Godfrey's about to call out, but then sees Ziba
That's
start
a
doing
6.
this.
That is exactly what's happening.
Every time
And
you take a
Jesus.
step, your new sword just goes under your back.
Hello, Ziba.
Oh. Hi, Livy.
He doesn't look up. He's still researching his notes to try to see if. He also wasn't aware
Is your name-
Ziba was trying to sneak up
No,
on
it's
him.
Dee Dee.
Or
It's
is your
Dee Dee.
name Dee Dee?
She's gonna,
'Cause I've heard both
give
by now.
Livy a severe look. It's Dee!
Oh, right. Sorry, Didi.
Call her-
I forgot.
Hello, Didi. How are you?
Well,
Should we exchange notes?
could be better, honestly, you know? I thought we were onto something, and he got away from me.
Would you like a croissant to feel better?
Yeah, actually, I would. I've been really hungry, and I know we never stopped by
Yeah.
the carts.
Of course. Actually, I've got a few mango cubes as well. I'll just push those in and
Just
and
starts
hand that to you.
inhaling the food. He said we would go to the cart district, and we never did. This is so good.
On our way back.
Listen, you better hope no rats follow the smell of that mango.
Maybe I would.
What?
she kind of
Pretty
smiles.
Didi,
Are they coming for me?
did you wash your face?
I'll wash it when I get home.
Okay,
With, like
so
a smear of some like blueberry and chocolate from earlier. Gee.
Didi, do you?
so there was no
I'm gonna
luck
buy
on.
you a wash and a toothbrush when we get back, alright?
You're not my mom.
No, I'm a man.
We didn't find any tunnels.
That's unfortunate.
Couldn't skip any stones either. I'm losing my touch.
Where were you skipping stones?
Why weren't you?
No, where?
Oh.
Where were you? Sorry about that. I mumble sometimes.
We were checking at the place where Livy, he told us to check, I think. And I found this really cool stone when I was checking at the wall to see if there's any tunnels, and then chucking some in the ocean, see if I could skip them.
You are skipping stones in the ocean.
Yeah, you need water to skip
With
stones.
the- Yes, you do. All right. Well, Levi and myself, we the circles, not good. We gotta act on that
I always
one.
hated circles.
And Morgus is gonna like take a glance around now to see how many people are around and how many people are within earshot.
You're pretty private here. There are people that will walk by within maybe 12 or 15 feet, but this is a large garden and there aren't a lot of people hanging out here at night.
One way or another, we can't let those circles get completed. We can't. We have to act.
What are the circles made of? Chalk?
Well, she's drawing them, right? So I would imagine out of either chalk or charcoal or some sort of something that would leave a mark. Maybe sort of a paint of some kind. I'm not entirely sure. With specific components she's using, but once they're completed, if she's got all, I would imagine she would have everything. She's in a position of power and she's got resources. Once they're completed, they're big. So the assumption, and I don't mean to speculate, but the assumption is that either something very big is coming through or very many somethings are coming through. And neither of those sound opportune for the castle.
I just
Florencia and
thought
people.
of perhaps a very stupid idea. But
Wonderful stupid or stupid
I
stupid?
have
Is
no
it
idea.
Didi
You
stupid?
tell me. Well, in places like castles, there are, usually when fires happen, there is an organized effort to put out the fire and get the people out, correct?
Or yes.
Some of them,
Aye.
not all of them. Sometimes
But,
the priorities, typically.
while we were going up there, if we started a fire in one of the rooms and there was a lot of smoke, perhaps that could disturb her as she's drawing the ritual and give us time.
Yes, but I also think it would attract every single guard in the city.
If we release the hellhound
Maybe
from
that
the
is a good
church, that
thing.
would correct the guards and start a fire.
Maybe that we want their attention because there's,
We
Cold things.
specifically do not want to be found and do not want their attention. That is what our mission is from the court.
Weaver did specifically say not too many of us, same place, same time, but this... I don't think we can deliberate much longer. We've just got to get in there.
Here, if we can get rid of the circle, maybe we could use some of these. And Godfrey reaches into his pack and pulls out 4 bars of soap and hands one to everyone.
Oh. Well, that's very
So-
clever.
Passive-aggressive way to
Perhaps.
say wash my face.
I didn't say anything. But we can use this soap, potentially, with some of our water, to destroy the circle, right? If it's made out of, chalk or paint or blood.
Rats.
And the circle has to be important, right? You don't think it's possible without it? Or else they wouldn't go through the trouble to draw it.
PD, did you say rats?
No.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of rat blood. I feel
Wait.
the rats connect. They gotta do something. If you think about it,
Okay,
why are there
what
so
happened
many
with you and
rats?
the rats? What happened in the
This-
4 hours we were separated between you and the rats?
Like they had a more exciting
This isn't the
afternoon.
time
Okay.
and place for this.
Yeah,
This is a later
we-
conversation.
When we go
Thank
through
you,
the
Dee.
cart district,
That's
we
true.
will talk about it. But so, our plan, going forward, how are we getting past the guards? And how are we getting into the castle?
There are 2 main entrances. There is the entrance here, and there is the entrance up front. We could, if we had a way to scale the wall, get up there. We could also try to distract the guards and sneak past.
But wouldn't that...
I don't think we should go into the main entrance. I think the garden one might be the best way. It would not be.
How about a nice gentle sleep?
We're not.
I'm not saying we off them, of course.
Okay, just making sure.
No, oh God, no. Oh, no. Oh, my Syria, no. No, a nice, gentle little REM cycle.
I think that's a brilliant idea. How do we put
Is
them
it
to
the
sleep?
time?
It could be.
Hold on. And Morgus is going to think for a second. It's not quite sleep, but I might actually be able to do a thing about that. I mean, I might be able to sort of tell them to do something and maybe they'll do it. Maybe. There's also the possibility of a distraction.
I could do
I mean, I can make a smell. I can make an effect.
prestidigitation.
you know.
Maybe we could do it together.
Perhaps exactly. Yes.
Hey, let's get back. Listen, I'm not saying we set fires. Let's get back on the burning thing.
Well, if it just smells like a fire.
Right. We don't have to make fire. Just because it smells like smoke.
Or what
Livy
if it
and
looked like-
Dee Dee have flashbacks to wolves in a cave.
Ugh. Anyway, ter-
Are you okay?
just terrible memories
I
of
thought it was a
wolves.
fun
That was an
But,
awful shudder you just gave.
Wait, well, just
We remember
what
that very
if
differently.
one of us made a smell of fire and another one of us made what looked like smoke in the very near distance, and then we snuck past while they were distracted.
I think that's a brilliant plan. I just wonder about sort of the scale of that particular trick. You know?
Well, it had to be
Um,
small enough that not every guard will come running, but
So
large enough that both of the guards will go.
just need the right guards at the right place. The door, whichever door we choose.
We did get the details, like a map of the place and the guards beforehand at the court, didn't we?
Yes. We also got like the
Right.
layout of the castle.
Well, if not a visual effect, perhaps one of us could do the smell of fire and one could do the sound of like a roaring,
Yes.
not good, like fire. We could perhaps make like sort of use a ventriloquist type thing to have someone shouting fire even.
I could also go and try to I don't have it.
Why doesn't one of us
But we
just
weren't
shout
trying to draw
fire?
attention.
Well, we would want to like shout it away from where we actually are, perhaps.
Well, someone would have to catch up.
All right.
One of us
Who's the
could.
stealthiest?
But yes, one of us could make what smells like a fire, and then other of us could just do something that sounds like fire. Literally,
point-
someone shouting fire.
You all look at the top of the stairs, and there's a woman that looks to be in just plain gray robes with a apron tied around her waist and a little white cap on her head. Normal garb for anyone working within the castle. And she makes it down a few stairs, maybe 3 or 4 of the 50 stair up that you're at the bottom of. And you see her kind of fall over almost as if she's passed out. And she falls down a few steps, but seems to just lay there.
Lily will instantly
Godfrey
go up and go
Also,
over.
instantly goes
I'm-
up.
That sounds like a distraction. Ready to go in the
Moving.
castle?
I'm moving.
Yeah, you run up. Godfrey, give me a medicine check.
Dice are angry. That's a 10.
Okay, that's plenty. It doesn't take a lot of. It doesn't take a lot of knowledge to know that this woman seems to be in some kind of induced sleep.
We're near the top of the stairs now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we see over the
Whoever ran
wall?
up. There isn't really a wall; it just opens up into the green space around the castle. But yeah, you can see over. It's probably a football field. The castle's probably a football field away from where these stairs are.
You can see across the field. Do the guards look asleep?
Give me a perception check because it's nighttime and there's no lights. There's just lanterns.
7.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Someone
I-
help me move her somewhere safe.
Aye. Come on.
Well,
Come on,
shouldn't we go get help? Like professionals? Like we're really literally right there. Like, are there people near here
Oh, no.
trained to deal with this?
Livy wouldn't know it's a.
She's just asleep.
Oh, okay.
What?
Did she?
What if it's like a condition or
faint?
something, though?
Or why is she asleep?
That's why we're going to set her somewhere safe and then go investigate a little bit. So I try to lead everyone up the stairs to put her like at the top.
Yep, you find a bench just to the left on like a cobblestone path. You can set her up and lay her to sleep. And as you get to that bench, you see maybe 50 feet away from the bench, there's a guard laying on the ground, snoring loudly.
I think we've got to go. We've got to go.
An interesting coincidence.
Stealth is no longer an option. Let's just
Seems
go
like the sleep
now.
Well-
option's decided for us.
Are we
Yeah.
walking?
Great
Okay.
plan, Scylla.
Right.
You've done great.
Scylla's going to, at this point, look just around her and kind of up a little nervously and a little bit to herself, and then back down at her feet,
Mm-hmm.
and then forward and carry on.
As Morgus is moving, am I familiar with magic that might put people to sleep? I imagine I've heard of that kind of magic.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. That is a 23.
Okay. Yeah, you are familiar with magic that puts people to sleep. You know that normally if you were to cast said spell, it may not work on everyone, and that it lasts, a certain amount of time. But as you're walking and you're thinking this to yourself, you see just literally every guard, every person that was walking around, everyone has been put to sleep in a very large radius of space. This is not the same magic that you're used to casting.
This is, I will share the thought, as we're walking. I'm just going to be like, this is not good. There's too many people for that effect to take place. We need to move.
Zeba's going to start slightly slapping her face as they move quickly.
Motivation?
What?
Giving yourself some motivation?
Yeah, why are...
Yeah,
Libby's
well,
like
mostly
wondering-
to stay awake. I can't fall asleep now. I'm motivated and awake.
Cool. Great.
Listen, if you start getting a fever at any point, just let me know, okay? I'm just asking you to keep an eye on it.
Everyone keep our distance.
Yeah? Yeah. I mean, it
the
nipped you a
rat.
bit. Just
No, that's just a scratch, man. I've had worse things by
Yeah.
You should meet my youngest sibling.
Yeah. Just, when you wash your face tonight,
Wait,
just
a rat bit her?
give that a little.
Godfrey
little bit
makes
extra
his way to
attention,
the
that's all I'm
lower
saying.
Another
terrace.
time, Livy.
Great.
I'm moving with Godfrey.
Yeah. I'm
All
moving
right.
too. Like, Livy's moving
I'm
too,
going.
but he's like, very much, when we get back, we're going to have a few words. Why?
The rat started it.
Words!
Well,
Rats.
maybe not, but I'm gonna say he did.
Great. Awesome. Let me just drop your tokens onto the battle map.
What a beautiful
We
map.
don't know we're battling. Maybe it's a peaceful negotiation.
Another what?
What map?
Another what?
Peaceful negotiation. Listen, if you are new to podcasting and you're looking to get into it, Anchor is the way to go. Anchor is a free podcasting platform. It allows you to edit, record, upload, add music, completely all-in-one tool. Not only that, but it distributes your podcast across all platforms and has no minimum listenership to allow you to start gaining ad revenue. If you are new to podcasts and are looking to get your podcast out there, I definitely recommend Anchor. You can download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
You approach the lower terrace and you see some sleeping guards in front of the main door.
I move past them to try to open the door.
All right.
Sleeping straight up.
The door is locked.
It's locked?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any windows or anything that are open?
There are windows everywhere, but they don't seem to be the type that would open. They're like the ornate stained glass, like very tall windows.
Is there keys on the guards?
I don't know. Give me an investigation check.
I will help search for that.
Do you have proficiency in
I
investigation?
got 17.
I sure do.
Okay. Go for it.
I got a 17.
Wow.
Just go.
You both find the keys on the loop of the guard on the right as he snores a little bit at the same time.
Got him. Oh, got him.
Yeah. Oh, no, do the honors. Good find.
I'm just gonna lock the door.
I'm already by the door. You could pass them to me.
I found them.
If you want to unlock the door, go ahead.
Doors.
Fine, here you go.
As long as
You unlock the door. And you find
Alright,
yourself
if I
in
remember
some kind
correctly-
of strange foyer.
We are on the opposite side of the of where we're supposed to be.
You all hear loud singing in Infernal.
They're not even
Morgus,
good.
you have that memory again of a weird flash of being able to understand what's being said.
What do I hear that is being? Is it like verse or is it just chanting?
It's chanting and it matches what you read in the book earlier.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. That's from the book.
listen,
They're doing something. They're doing something
Godfrey
now.
runs
You gotta crash that party.
towards the noise.
Hey, that sounds
as you
awful.
enter the foyer and you go towards the noise, you move through this large, heavy stone door. There's a large staircase in front of you that leads up to the next level. There's a door on the left and there's a door on the right, as well as a secondary door a few feet away on the right. Having looked at the blueprints of the castle, you know that the ballroom is through either of the double doors to the right. The only thing in this room is like some suits of armor, some art on the walls, a very fancy rug, and there's a sitting chair towards the back of the room, but otherwise it's fairly empty.
Normally,
Ziba's
I would love to
hesitant
take a
about
look
the
at this.
statue.
Godfrey eyes the rug longingly for a moment.
Do we go through both doors?
I don't want to go anywhere near that
or
statue.
just
down
one?
there.
That's fine. Don't go near the statue.
Just one. We can't be separate. We cannot be separated. We need to go.
All right.
Godfrey already has his hand on one of the right doors.
All right, let's do that one.
Pushes it open.
Let's move, Godfrey.
All right.
Bursts into the room.
Everyone, roll for initiative.
I'm real glad we didn't split up.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I've rolled below a 10
Spaghetti-o.
all night. Low.
14.
This is bad.
All right.
17 for Vargas.
Oh, we both got 17.
9.
7.
I burst through the door and freeze. Ha, ha.
Oh! This
is
isn't
worse
where
than I
get parked
expected.
He opens the door. He closes the door.
Nope.
He lets the rest of the party
What do
inside.
you do with your action? I shut the fucking door.
Bye, guys.
Oh, sorry. Do you have any other doors around here? I mean,
I would like to return
Enjoy.
this door.
You're clearly up to something here, and I wasn't supposed to know.
Sorry to interrupt, but clearly this is not the
No,
bathroom.
sorry, I meant door
I'll be
number
back.
2.
Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to be sleeping right now.
Ah, man, I'm getting real tired all of a sudden. Time to go to bed. Bye.
All right. You bust forth through the door, Godfrey leading the stride, and you see Guinevere in the center of the circle walking around, chanting. Her eyes have gone completely black as she looks over the doorway at all of you. And having rolled a 20 on her initiative, she gets to go first. Ta-da! Cool. You watch her seemingly step into a shadow of the lantern light and disappear. The voice stays. It begins to echo throughout the room as if it's coming from everywhere. And And that is to Livy.
Surround sound.
What would you like to do, Ed?
Okie dokie. So she entered into the shadows, so I can no longer see her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but I was really harping on that Bane. Oh, I do have disguise self. I'm a dum-dum. Ning the poop.
So you're pretty far back in the line. You haven't even entered the room yet. But once you do, if you choose to take your movement to do so.
Ooh, okay. I decide to do from here. Wait, is that 60 feet? Am I within 60 feet?
Of what?
Of where she was.
No.
Okay. I do dissonant whispers. It doesn't say I need to hear her. It just says she needs to be within. So I'm gonna step up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
to make. So I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be in the doorway. Sorry, I forgot. Yep. I'm doing a podcast. And I'm gonna do dissonant whispers, and she has to make a wisdom saving throw.
If she's within 60 feet of you?
If she's within 60 feet.
Okay. Great. Bonus action?
She has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, bonus action.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Well, I don't like that. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Do I see?
You do see.
Oh, is there
a
any
bunch
like
of
candles
frog
near me
creatures.
that I can see?
There are candles beside every cot that's still set up on either side of this room. There's little tables next to every cot on the far ends. And you do see a bunch of the little imp frog creatures turning and looking and beginning to head y'all's way.
Gross. Okay, I'm gonna give Dee Dee bardic inspiration.
Awesome.
Woo! That face slapping hyped me up.
All right. Morgus.
All right. I think Morgus is going to step forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I want to get like over between these two beds.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then I think I'm going to take both of my hands up and I'm going to swirl them a bit. And some of those similar like royal blue, gold, and white sparkles are going to like glitter around my hands, and the little glass orb that has a blue, white, and gold little motes in it is going to start speeding up faster and faster. Like they're going to start rotating more, and then I'm going to release the sparkles, and these bolts are going to fly out from me at this, and this creature. I'm casting Magic Missile at first level. I'm going to send a dart at each of those three guys.
Cool. So the three little impish creatures that are standing directly to Morgus's front and front right.
Yes.
Awesome. Give me that damage.
Right. I'm going to roll a d4 for this one first. That is 4 damage. This one is 4 damage again.
Awesome.
And this one is 4 damage again. I rolled 3 3s.
Awesome. Great. Poof, poof, poof. You hit them and they all screech and turn and look at you specifically. Made some angry friends.
Yeah. Morgus is going to look at him and be like, all right, come on, beasties. Where's your mistress? Come on.
All right.
And I don't really have a bonus action, so that's my turn.
Cool. Ziba,
Woo!
Dee.
Zeva's feeling a little left behind right now. Back at the party and can't really see what's happening, so we're gonna use some movement to move to the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You pop behind Livy, who's standing in the way of you, like really getting through.
I'll let her. I'll let her through.
Cool.
okay. I got 35 feet left. I was told to clean the circle. Is that what I'm gonna do? That seems like the right mood tonight. What happens if I just run towards the circle and start scrubbing at it?
Yeah.
Great. That's what we're gonna do. Got my soap! I'm not using it on my face tonight! We're just gonna start scrubbing at the circle ends.
Okay. You clear, maybe 5 feet of the circle. And you break the glowing that's happening there as the charcoal seems to wash away pretty easily with the soap and water that you've brought. All right. Godfrey.
Good job, Ziba. Livy claps.
Godfrey will see that and join. He's going to just dive and go 40 feet to the more inner circle and do the same.
Step on the frog.
All right. If you take the path you just pointed out on the map, you will take an attack of opportunity from an imp.
I will accept that.
Okay. Awesome. The little guy goes, and he tries to hit you with his claws. That's a 19 to
Is that
hit.
the sound frogs make?
Yes. That'll...
That's 4 piercing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright. 10.
Meets it, beats it. As you feel a poison from these claws begin to ripple through your body, but with your knowledge of medicine, you're able to, I don't know, what do you do? Suck it out of your arm?
Your knowledge just like he flexes his pecs and it like squirts out.
Yeah. Just like tightens his muscle and like takes a rag and quickly just like wipes it off.
Yeah.
You sick quads.
Then he takes like the hit and like tumbles with it, doing like a little roll before popping up right in his spot and then
With the
scrubbing
soap.
vigorously with the soap. Yep.
You start to scrub. As you and Ziba both get closer to the circle, you see that there are candles placed around the outside. And in the center of the circle, there's this spherical, almost marble-like thing that even though the circle lines themselves are no longer pulsing or shimmering, this one seems to still be like a flickering light bulb. Like it's still trying to emanate whatever magic is happening. The chanting is also still happening around you, echoing through the room.
But destroying each circle is like getting rid of like things are
The
happening.
pulsing light in the middle, you said? It's like getting weaker but still gone?
Yeah, there's like a small marble in the center where a lot of the light seems to be emanating from, and that's still going. But this outer ring that you all are scrubbing is starting to, the magic is fading.
Okay. That's gonna be the end of my...
Great. The imps get to go. So this one is mad at Morgus. This one is now closest to Godfrey. I keep saying this one. One of the ones that Morgus hit with the magic missile is gonna run at him with its claws. We'll do that
Godfrey's
first.
stepstone.
I know.
That imp's really
A
getting
10 to
involved.
hit.
That AC is 15.
Okay, awesome. Misses. This imp that's closest to where Godfrey landed is going to try and swipe out at him again. With a 6 to hit, which will miss. The third little imp guy that was hit with the magic missile is also going to come at Godfrey because he's the closest now. These guys are just one.
We're just a cleaning service.
It's an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
For 6 piercing damage.
Ooh.
I need you to make another DC Constitution save.
15.
That succeeds again as you're able to evade the poison. And the last imp that is closest to you, Godfrey, is going to try and scare you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Godfrey's scared by a frog. I want to give him crap about this later.
20.
You are not afraid as this little imp creature runs up and just screams at you.
Ah!
Godfrey just shrugs his shoulder and I was like, what do you want?
Let me do my job!
Amazing. This little guy, some of the imps on the other side of the room are going to just come at the person closest to them, which currently is Ziba.
Maybe Libby made the right idea staying in the doorway.
2 of the imps come running for Ziba. One of them with their claws out. That's a natural 20. For oh no.
Yeah. Just say
7 piercing damage. And I need you
Hold
to
on.
make that con save.
One
He
moment.
said 1 moment.
1 second.
Come on.
I will wait.
I may have a thing. I just want to check one thing. So, in this moment, when this creature comes, like, maybe right at Ziba's, like one of Ziba's weak points, I'm going to use my reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's too late for me to do this, just let me know. But Morgus, there's this flash as his head, like, snaps to Ziba, and his eyes, one flashes blue, one flashes white and gold. And then he reaches out with his hand and he says, "Not today." And I'm going to use Chronal Shift, and I'm going to make you re-roll that attack.
Okay.
Nice.
18 to hit.
That still hits.
Okay.
But it's not a critical.
Uh,
And that there's this time shift as the creature's arm, like, withdraws and then hits a different
not where I
spot.
fell on my
hear
sword
something
earlier.
hilarious? You want to hear something really
It's
fun?
probably only funny to you, but go ahead.
Did it do more damage?
It's the same exact damage.
Yeah, I thought it would only be funny to you. It's okay.
7 piercing damage, and I need that con save.
Okay.
I
It's
tried.
fine. Now I just have a scar in a different place. 15.
You succeed. The second creature is gonna try to scare you.
Ow.
So I need that wisdom.
Remember, you
saving
have a
throw.
bardic inspiration.
I have to say to use that beforehand, right?
I don't think so. Well, wait, actually, let me double check. I don't want to lie.
Because I got a -1 on wisdom. I will.
And you can hear getting the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Okay, let me roll it first, and then we'll see. Okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's an 8. I'll take that inspiration. Oh, yeah.
D4.
Ah, max. We're now at 12.
Wait, no, it's a
No.
D6.
If that's bardic inspiration at this level, I think that's a
It is a
D6, right?
D6.
If
Yeah.
my 6 is lower than 4, though, I don't want it. 3. It's 11.
You succeed. You are not afraid as this imp does the same thing it did to Godfrey. The other one did for Godfrey and just runs at you and screams.
She finishes slightly and be like, gross. Go away.
All right. The other ones stand their ground and are just kind of hopping around, just like chittering and screeching. They are changing back and forth from like cricket and frog and snail to their impish forms. They just seem excited about what's happening. And we are to Scylla.
I would like to step into the room. Hey, Livy, can I see if Ziba needs a hand?
Go ahead. Go right ahead. He lets you through.
Yeah, you see your comrades,
If you wish.
being attacked by impish creatures.
Cool. So the figure who disappeared, would you consider her in total cover? She's gonzo.
Apparently, she's not within 60 feet of us.
As well as much as Livy knows. Does anyone else know this? No.
Yowza. All right. I'm gonna run over to Livy. How you feeling, friend? You good? You want?
I've literally not.
Feeling a bit drained?
Literally not been hit at all. Please help Godfrey and Ziba if you can.
Sorry, Ziba. I meant
DD.
Ziba. That's the first time that's happened. I meant Ziba.
Help DD and Godfrey if you can.
I meant Dee Dee.
How close are you getting to ZD?
I'll get within 5 feet of her.
Okay.
It's a little frog guy right next to me.
Great. Move closer to Ziba.
And I will, if she'll let me, I'll kind of reach out to offer her some healing, some curing wounds.
Ziba will accept and be like, yeah, he hit me right where I fell on my sword.
No, I thought I saw
yesterday."
that, and I just, yeah, that was rough. That was rough. Here.
I'm just trying to finally clean for once.
Yeah, no, that was a really good effort, too. So you gain 3.
Nice. All right. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good, thank you.
Cool. Guinevere is still chanting. You can hear her in the distance. And yet, Godfrey, she pops up directly in front of you and reaches out with what look to be elongated, nasty black claws. And she tries to attack you with her claws. It's a 12 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right. That is the end of her turn. We are to Livy.
So she's there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got you, you dingo hopper. I got you now. Okay. Now I'm gonna do dissonant whispers.
All right. Wisdom save. $14.
I don't actually know if it's. Oh, it does. Frick. Well. Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do Bardic Inspiration towards Godfrey.
I believe Dissonant Whispers does half on a fail.
Oh, it does half on a
damage
fail.
on a fail.
Oh, I just know it's really funny.
Or half on a success.
On a it takes 3d. It must immediately if it fail. Okay. On it, the target takes half as much damage. Neat. 11.
Have to 5. Great. anything else? I think that's it. You got your bardic inspiration out.
Yep.
Did a spell. Unless you want to move.
No, I'm good.
All right, Morgus.
I can see Guinevere as well now.
Mm-hmm. But Godfrey is standing directly between you and her.
That is a wrap on episode 18. Thank you so much for listening. I do want to apologize. It seems like I forgot to turn my podcasting mic on for this session. The audio quality is going to continue through the end of the battle, but after that, it will improve a little bit. I was a little down in the weather, feeling a little sick that day, and the players were really great, and we persisted anyway. Anyway, thanks so much. Find us on all the social medias. Join us on Patreon. We have a pretty awesome community growing there. Intro and outro by Nolan Clock. Everything else by myself. Thanks so much. Have a great day.